Kani kadai ka Patisi TV, bat pidang pet ya ka kubor baman kasngi, belawan rasyapi da ka rupa, bapentingin bat penpa.
Watla ka jala jungi kadang dat perlong, ya ka election banjit thamai, ya ki nong mi khmat chika yeng darbar thawan ka jala. Henry ki pajba, kendang hab ban mi pajba biang sasisien, nakamta ki arteli ki election. Kata, ya ka election MDC, bat MP, kaban solong, House Nam Arja kat khandai banwan. Kumta ka jing Treikam jong katnat panya ki kam election ru kampat kon, bat ka wehi na ki kam ba kandang ha ban peteng. Kadai ru ka jing pensong tho ya ki nong thap vote. Halor kumno ban kam ya ka kor electronic voting machine, bat ka voter verifiable paper audit trail. Ne ya ki bala tip lingkon kum ki kor EVM bat Vvpat. Nalor ka jing trei jong kinong trei katnat election ha ka jala. Kinong pathai khoboru kidan la ka jong ka benta man senyang lam ha ka ba pen priang. Ya ke khobor halor kini ki kor tap vote. Kumta bantep bat sngoto shai halor ka jing Treikam ka EVM bat ka Vvpat ka kham kong san ru ya kinong pathai khobor. Kumta hne ka sngi ka khatsau tereng unai weng arja khat pra. Ka office Treikam jong chief electoral officer jong ka ni ka jalla ringkat ka jing Trelang bat ka Shillong press club. Kila pelong da Jingïatai halor kini ki arteli ki kor tap vote hapo Shillong club. Hakani ka Miej jong Jingïatai halor ka kor EVM bat Vvpat lai shimanta da chief electoral officer jongani ka jalla ba Frederick Roy kharkongor nang ta away ni kinahikai ya ka subject political science ha ka school ba North Eastern Hill University u professor RK Satpathi bat u political advisor jong menteri rang ba ka jalla u ba alantri Franklin Khar u bolong ru u general secretary jong ka United Democratic Party ba la penya yikini Jingïatai da u menteri sarkar barem jong ka jalla u Manas Chowdhury u bolong ru we ni kinong seng ya ka Shillong press club.
Briefly, the EVM and the Vvpat have been in existence now for over 2 decades. And in Meghalaya, right from the 2003 polls to 2008, 2013 and most recently 2018, it was EVMs and Vvpats that were used. And largely it has been a positive narrative. We've had no major hiccups, so to say, with regard to the EVM and the Vvpats. And I would like to also underscore the fact that nationally it has been used in about 113 state assembly elections and 3 parliamentary elections. So, and across 10 lakh polling stations, including 60 constituencies of our state and 3,083 polling stations that went to the polls as recently as 2018, February 2018. So our perspective is that from the point of view of the Election Commission, it has always been the concerted endeavor to sort of embrace new technology, so that the process of voting becomes swift, becomes free of the flaws of the past. When we talk about the flaws of the past, I mean in the era of ballot boxes, you had vote stuffing, you had counting errors, and you had wastage of paper, manpower, resources. So this is basically a reaction and a response to what was happening in the past. So that's why EVM Vvpat came in. And in fact, several high courts have also examined it, and in fact, the Karnataka High Court has even called it as a national pride in terms of election management, and the Election Commission has been held up as a gold standard institution in its system of management of elections vis-a-vis new technologies.
I've been observing, I used to go, but the thing is that the controversy now actually, yes, as by Chowdhury, he has mentioned about we have come a long way from paper voting, because there were different types of paper votings also since beginning, and now we have come to a stage in which the machine, which is supposed to be very fair about the conduct of the election, will take care of people's aspirations. And there were a lot of apprehensions, suspicions regarding the validity, regarding the authenticity, and regarding the foolproof mechanism of this system. But I would like to say that we have seen how election rigging was going on in different parts of the country previously. When there was paper ballot, booth hijacking, booth capturing, different types of malpractices were there. But after the introduction of this thing, to a great extent, it has reduced. To a great extent. But I don't say that it doesn't have any problem at all. Yes, it may have. But my argument is, we have to conduct a fair election. That is our main purpose. We have to have a fair elections where there will be less rigging, less manipulation, less malpractice. We should definitely prefer that. If we cannot 100% stop these things, but we can minimize to a great extent. And I think this EVM system especially has succeeded to a great extent in this regard. And yes, like supporting the Supreme Court's decision on Subramaniam Swami's PIL. So when the Supreme Court took note of his objections, and ultimately this Vvpat which has been introduced, that's a great help. So now transparency, checking, rechecking at every stage is there. Yes, I will not say that in some Western countries like Germany, United States, Netherlands, Italy, all these countries, they have stopped EVM, particularly that electronic voting system, and they have got this paper voting. And Britain and France, they have from the beginning also they have not opted for this thing. So let's not go by others' example, and ours generally, so far the information technology, we are the leaders in the world. So why can't we take this lead, and why can't we tell this world that yes, we are no less competent and we are far better off so far as the technology is concerned. And we can make use of this technology achievement or advancement in our electoral practice. So I think that will help a lot, and we should not hold back time. We cannot, or we shouldn't rather go back against the tide of the time, and we should prefer generally this type of system.
I have been known to be a critic to the system, but I have valid reasons, and I have already sounded these out at the meeting that was held by the Election Commission of India, and I had a good number of national political parties. In fact, the Congress had submitted a 15-page deposition regarding why EVMs are not viable. However, after retrospecting and looking at the entire gamut of things, I am of the firm opinion that democracy is meant for the educated. And whereas here in Meghalaya and in India as a whole, the percentage of the educated is still found wanting, thereby leading to all these misconceptions about the system. That's because they do not understand the technology. I come from a computer background. I am a diploma holder in software engineering. I started the first computer center at the age of 17 in Meghalaya while I was just a PU student. But even then, I still hold the strong view that the machine in between my right to vote and the result serves as a curtain, and thereby that level of transparency and satisfaction that I as a voter would like to experience is still found wanting. However, having said that, I also must commend the efforts of the Election Commission and the State Election Department into trying to make each and every electorate understand why this is needed. I understand that the economic aspect of conducting elections is what had driven the then CEC in 1977 to float this idea of having an electronic machine to run the elections. However, as you heard from none other than the moderator himself, it is not a case of isolation. In fact, the entire election machinery is hiding under the garb of human error. Just in the recently concluded elections, we had election officers who didn't know how to fit the cables. And that resulted in the voters standing in queue for hours on, that they got fed up and left. And that resulted in certain winnable candidates losing the elections. That's defeating the very core principle of democracy. The view that I held at the Election Commission meeting was that anything man-made can be manhandled. If we don't have a trained set of people to man these machines, we are bound to have human errors. And as a resultant factor is that at one point or the other, people don't have that full acceptance of this machine. I would also like you to note that Vvpat, the very idea started from Shillong in the meeting with the Chief Election Commissioner then at Pinewood Hotel. In fact, we were the party that was asking that, okay, if you want to go ahead with these machines, we need something that we can see where our vote has gone to. And that's how the Vvpat machinery came into being. But as like what the CEO had told Mr. Manas Chaudhary, I am a progressive thinker. Albeit I am progressive with sustainability, not with a cost recurring factor. What I'm trying to say is that, in all likelihood, since this has gone a long way, 5,626 crores have been expended, I don't see a point of return at this juncture. Maybe there will come a time when the entire population is thoroughly educated, and then maybe we will find the need to return to the old system, because as we all know, life is but a cycle. We start from point A, we go right round and come back to point A. So however, what I'd like to offer as a suggestion to complete the system is, in all likelihood, that is what I just felt when I was sitting here. If I could get that slip from the Vvpat, to see it, hold it, and be satisfied, and then you add a ballot collection unit and drop it there, I think that will serve the purpose of satisfying the voter 100%. That's all I have to say for now.
Okay, Alan, I was expecting a little more fireworks from you. Maybe you've held your horses back for the next round that will come to. But you have made one point that there could be further improvement to the VVPATs by giving the slip in the hands of the voter who can see for himself and maybe hold it in hand and put it back in the box. Okay, this is one suggestion that is for the Election Commission of India to consider. But I would like to request Frederick to respond to some of the points he has raised.
We always believe that that a panel discussion or any discussion should in fact generate more light than heat. So, in line with that ethos, and Balan has raised a few concerns to which I would like to respond. One is regarding the so-called malfunctions that took place. When we did kind of an analysis, we found that with regard to the ballot unit, it was only 0.72%, whereas the national average was around 2%. In the control, then in the control unit, the margin of error was only about 0.75% against 2% of the national average. I'm speaking purely from a Meghalaya perspective. And with regard to Vvpat, which was a new, which had its maiden introduction in the last polls, where things were still stabilizing because we had to train fresh set of people and they had to learn the new technology. Still, there also the failure rate or the malfunction rate was only 2.23%, around a national average of about 5.6. So despite the fact that it was being introduced for the first time, whereas across the country, 5.6 was the accepted failure rate in Meghalaya, it was only 2.23%. So yes, there will be human errors, there will be in fact machine errors. That is unavoidable. As I was just discussing with some of my colleagues before the start of the panel discussion, when we travel, we all fly airplanes. We all board flights to go to our various destinations. Once in a while, a plane crashes. Once in a while, the tire screeches and doesn't land properly. Doesn't mean we go back to the bullock cart. We have to continue with available the most modern mode of transport. And yes, there is a case that perhaps safety protocols have to be enhanced. There should be improvement. And with that, I do agree with what Alan and other panelists and moderators said, that we have not reached an ideal yet. But we are in fact pushing, and we are going ahead towards coming to an equilibrium in that sense.